Sorry, I was just trying to read something that popped up right when I started. First of all, can you guys hear me? Because even though my head's chopped off, can you guys hear me? Because I am actually currently charging the receiver for this microphone because I thought that past Craig charged it and he did not, so he was close to dead. So please, the eight of you, let me know if you can hear me or if I'm just blabbering away and you can't hear anything. A live stream? Yeah. Yeah, you guys, again, let me know if you can hear me. Although I think there's a bit of a delay, so I think that's why you guys haven't answered yet. Someone said good. Maybe you're talking about the audio? Hello, everyone. On a Monday, even. Yeah, so I just figured I'm just going to go ahead and assume that you guys can hear me. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, it's like all moderators right now. I was like, you know what? I have to do some food prepping anyway, so I might as well just hang out with you guys. Yes, I can hear you. Okay, cool. So now I know that I can charge that microphone thing while I use it. So Scott is going on a vacation. So I have to do more work than I would usually have to do. Don't worry, my head's not going to be cut off the whole video. I don't have a shot that can be this wide. Maybe actually if I turn the camera around, then I can't see what you guys are saying. So I'm just going to be headless for a little bit and just want to do these dishes. I figured I'd do the dishes while I'm waiting for you guys to file in. And I don't have that many to do. And then we'll get started with actually cooking dinner first. And then I'm going to eat dinner. And then I'm going to do like some sort of meal prep. It might be like a 2-hour live stream. So buckle up. Yeah, so Scott is going to be going away on a little vacation. So since I'll be doing more work, it would behoove me to just spend more time cooking now while I have the time tonight. And then I can just bop on over to Hercules when necessary with some food. And I don't even have to worry about it. I hope you're making enough to share. I'm at least making enough for myself. I'll see if I can send you some in the mail. If it gets lost in the mail, it gets lost in the mail. You know, talk to USPS about that. All right, now we're almost done with the dishes. So you taking over videos at the parents' candy shop until Scott gets back? Yeah. So recently I've been doing pretty much all the YouTube stuff. But now this week I'm going to be doing more of like the Facebook and Snapchat stuff, which I don't think is as necessary for me to do most of the time. So that's why I have Scott doing it. But I know that on YouTube, you guys tend to like just, more like the family aspect for, the son asking the parents questions and stuff like that. So that's why I've been typically doing that. But yeah, now I'll be doing Facebook, YouTube, Snapchat, all that stuff. So it'll be a lot busier of a week for me. So we're going to move you guys over, not even that far, over to here. And I'm going to show you guys this new, it's kind of like a recipe. I guess it's a recipe. It's like making your own tomato sauce, but you know what? You'll just have to see it. You're just going to have to trust me. It's very, very simple. I recently found your channel and I love it. I had been binge watching you and your family's videos. I adore your family as well. Thank you so much, Liz. Will there be beans? There will be bean pasta. And you know what? Usually I would do edamame, and I meant to get mushrooms. So all you mushroom haters, I guess, will be glad that I did not get those. There will at the very least be bean pasta, and I think, I'll probably use some garbanzo beans for something else. So let's get this. Nope, that's not the wrong one. I don't think it's not the right one. There we go. Okay. This is actually for the bean pasta. So then over here, we're going to get a pepper. We're going to get an onion. We're going to get some tomatoes. Again, wish that I had mushrooms, but I do not, unfortunately, because past Craig did not remember to write that down on the grocery list. And I'm also trying to figure out where I want to be cutting this stuff, because you guys will not be able to see me cut. I'm just going to be like a chopped off head for a lot of this, apparently. We'll just point this down to where the food prepping is going to be going on, and then I'll hopefully I can read stuff. I swear this live stream is going to get better soon. It's just the start is going to be a little rough. Again, this is my dinner. I just got back from my workout, so I am ravenous. So I just want to eat. So I'll do a little bit of a mukbang. So if you guys want to eat with me, go ahead. See if I can maybe answer a question or comment while this is going on. Will there be tofuti? Not in this one. Hi Craig, this is my first live with you. Yeah, I haven't been doing lives recently. I had to go to 3 stores to get the stuffed shell stuff. I think this live stream is already pretty great. Aw, thanks Paul. Alright, so I'm going to start with just julienning these. Julienning. I guess that's a verb. And then we're going to get a cup of water. If I can, where's my measuring cup? Is it in the dishwasher? Nope, it's put away exactly where it should be. Alright. We can do, you know what? I'm still actually figuring this recipe out, so I might actually mess this up, who knows. Last time I did 2 cups and it was too much, so this time we're going to try 1 cup of water. I just put 1 cup of water in this pan over here that you guys probably can't see yet. I really wish that, it's so hard to film in here. Like, I really wish I had a kitchen that was more suitable for this stuff, but it's just kind of sucks sometimes. Where do I even put, because I don't want to burn you guys. There's a burner going. My head's just chopped off the whole time. I just need a camera person. And oh my god. I don't even know what to do. Okay. So, we're just going to keep seeing chopped off head me. So this is a hack that I learned recently. If you just cut along these indents, like this, like this, and like this, you can basically... Well, no, that was actually a bad example, but it wasn't terrible. But the idea is that you break everything away from all the seeds, and all the seeds just come off all at once. Look at that. It wasn't so bad. So again, I'm just going to kind of julienne these, and then, well, I think I'll just chop them in half or thirds after that. It's not super precise. There's some seeds in there, but you know what? Pepper seeds are probably healthy for you. That's good enough. I don't really care. So, you just got to trust me that these are going in a pan over here that is not on yet. Just got 1 cup of water, got a half a pepper, got a half of an onion, and I'm dropping it all over the floor. That's okay, I'll sweep afterwards. That doesn't matter. I hope you guys are not super neurotic. You're going to hate this live stream. Okay, so we got the peppers, we got the onions. I wish I had the mushrooms. Past Craig messed up. Past Craig also forgot to charge that thing. Past Craig is really just messing things up. But present Craig, now he's got to deal with all those problems. Okay, so now I guess I can point you guys up here. Alright, there we go. 1 a.m. here, so bedtime. That you were cooking, but I'm rooting for you, thanks. Usually cut off 4 sides and the bottom myself. Yeah, I like it when you can cut into thirds, but not all peppers are the same size. So I'm going to try maybe medium-ish heat or so. And there's some peppers, we're going to do onions. That might be it, unless, maybe I could do like some frozen broccoli, I guess. Oh, you know what? I don't think past Craig earlier today used the last of the frozen broccoli, and I didn't go to Aldi today. And we're going to be using the last of these tomatoes, and I think I'm going to break into these other newer tomatoes as well for this recipe. And that boiling water is getting close, so I can almost put that bean pasta in there. I'm using some red lentil pasta tonight. know what I really hate? I hate these are not recyclable. I have to throw these out. Why? Just recyclable plastic. Is that so hard? And also, I don't know if this is true where you guys live, but if you try to recycle something that you have to throw out, it actually makes it worse because then whatever that like recycling plant, they now have to, they'll just like throw stuff out that can't be recycled, and they'll throw out like pretty much everything with it. Like they don't have the time for everything, so they'll just like grab a bunch of stuff and just throw it out. So then you just potentially got things that could have been recycled thrown out. So it's best when in doubt actually to throw it out. Or you could like make it worse, like I said. Watching on TV big screen really makes it different. Nice. We recycle those in the Netherlands. Yeah, so there's only certain types of plastic that can be recycled, and unfortunately, like all those clamshells, at least in my county, cannot be recycled, which is very unfortunate. I really wish they could, because it's stupid that they, like, why not just use recyclable ones? I don't get it. Okay, I'm gonna get out some Italian seasoning, gonna get out some garlic, gonna get some nutritional yeast. That looks like it's almost ready for me to add pasta. And I'm gonna need some salt too. Use this other half of the bean pasta box, and then we're going to set a timer for about 7 minutes. And I don't have to keep as close of an eye on it, so this is cooking away. So really all I'm going to do with these peppers and onions that are going to be boiling away in here is eventually I'm going to add tomatoes, and then I'm just going to crush the tomatoes in here, and it's going to sort of create like its own little sauce. It's pretty easy to do. And then I'm just going to add like some garlic powder, Italian seasoning, along with some nutritional yeast and salt. So Jara sent a $10 super chat. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate that, and I appreciate the sticker with like all the sunglasses on it. So thanks. Appreciate that, Jara. We also have to recycle those carton milk boxes. Yeah. So these at least are recyclable, and this is recyclable. So some stuff. Okay. So recently, when I've been doing this recipe, I've been adding the tomatoes too late. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. So this time, I'm gonna try adding them a little bit earlier, and we're gonna see how it turns out. Like I said, I'm still in the process of figuring this recipe out. I'm getting hiccups on my live stream. How embarrassing. I think that's probably good. Oh, that batch of tomatoes is much larger than the other ones, so hopefully that turns out okay. What the heck? I just turned you down to medium, you freaking hacker. So much foam to it. Alright, we're going to put a top on this to trap all the heat in there. Got 5 minutes left on the beans. Move these around and make sure I got an open sink to strain that pasta. Put these tomatoes away. I don't know about you guys, but I like to keep my tomatoes at room temperature. I feel like they just taste better at room temp. That's just me. I know I'm gonna be doing so many dishes today on this live stream too, so I hope you guys like watching other people do dishes. You know what, we're just gonna hang out for a minute while that cooks. I'm gonna wait for that to cook. Alright, well it's crooked. Money to buy more mushrooms. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna spend my money on my mushrooms because past Greg did not remember to buy those. Off vegan path, but such a cute vegan. Greg, surprised you're not married. Yeah. No, definitely not married. You guys got a couple minutes left on that. And then, so tonight I'm going to be making that bean pasta. Again, that's just for me eating right now because I'm hungry. And then I think I'm going to be doing a rice poke bowl and then more pasta. I'm going to be doing spaghetti and meatballs. It's honestly, it's just like, this is the reason I want to do a live stream, like not a video, is because I'm not doing anything groundbreaking. These are just frozen meatballs. I just was like, you know what? If I'm going to be doing this stuff, I might as well hang out with you guys. So this is more like just hanging out. Well, hello there. The tongs look like they are pointing at the pan on stove. Yeah, I like using the little cup that we had that like growing up, one of those. So I'm just so used to that. Also, go ban Esteban now. Que bueno. The old name has been banished forever. Okay, Esteban. It's perfect to keep tomatoes at room temperature. Tomatoes in the fridge. Yeah, I think that it just tastes so much better that way. I like room temp tomatoes. I like room temp. Oh, I got like some food here, I think. I took a shower too. Is that food? I'm just using this video camera as like a mirror right now. What is it? I'm gonna go look in the actual mirror, see what that is. I think just a camera. That's weird. Alright, 2.5 minutes. I should turn up the heat on the pasta a little bit. I have to add 2 more minutes too. There we go. Oh. I always refrigerate my tomatoes. Yeah. You should definitely try not. See how you like it. You and Vegan Zombie helped me go vegan years ago. Thank you all for the hard work you do. Thanks. I'm glad we could help you out. Maybe that part of your beard just wants to be orange. Yeah, it just looks orange. And then like I went to oh sorry, I thought that was like, it was making noises. Yeah, it just wants to be like this. I swear I don't like yellow and orange and stuff in real life. It's weird. Could be worse. All right. Yeah, so this is just boiling away. Really what I want to do is I want to get the tomatoes to a point where they can just be crushed with not even that much pressure. I got this idea from this Spanish YouTuber that I've been watching, Boyset Brothers. He's pretty healthy, or they eat pretty healthy. Why are you not boiling more? You were boiling over not that long ago, and now you can't even get to a boil. What's wrong with you? So yeah, some of these, that one crushed real easily. Some of these that were like a little bit older, I think that they were like able to crush a lot easier. So I'm gonna try to show you guys without trying to fog up the lens, but this is like what we're looking for, something like that. Like this one already split open. Yeah, and then like these bigger ones are gonna take a little bit longer. So that's why I wish they're all the same size, but you know what? That's okay. They still got some time to cook anyway. So this would be very, very bland, just as it is. But we're gonna add some nooch, some salt, some Italian seasoning, some garlic powder right before we take it out. Because really, I'm seasoning. I'm kind of like making a sauce, so I don't really have to worry about like seasoning the vegetables. Ooh, that big one just got crushed, so that's good. That's good news. The big ones start getting crushable. Then we're in business. I'm gonna put the top back on, trap that heat, cook those tomatoes more. You're barely even boiling. You were just boiling over before. You can't even take the heat. Let's see if this is any good. It's a little al dente. Go a little bit more. Hola. Time to add educational in the stream's description. Yeah, I didn't add anything to the stream description. Maybe some hot sauce. Yeah. Maybe I will. Love the t-shirt. Yeah. So this was really one of the favorite vegan restaurants that Chris and I went to when we were out in LA for Expo West. It was called Veg and Go. If you guys saw the videos, you already know that. Let's see if I can back this up. Well, then you guys can't. This is the worst. Not having a cameraman. I don't want you guys to be able to see this, but I also don't want to go like this the whole time. Maybe I should just be shorter. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. We're going to do another 2 minutes. Another 1 minute at least. This is starting to boil again. Ooh, those big ones are really getting all crushy. Crushy looking. There we go. You know, maybe I should just add these a little sooner and the rest of my recipes, like, yeah. I like that I can just, like, use a bunch of fresh vegetables just to make a very simple tomato sauce. Like, I don't have to, you know, spend hours making an actual sauce. Just sort of make it. And I probably could have used a lot less water. Last time I used too much. And this time I still used too much. So we're still figuring that out. But it could boil down still. Yeah, some of these are still not very crushy. Honestly, I'm surprised that those big ones are already crushed. Alright, that's about to beep. Beep, beep, beep. Beep, 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 beep. Alright, we're going to see if this is good. If I can try to get one. There we go, I got one. Okay, that's good. Perf. Mad perf. Drain this. And then that should be done in just a couple minutes. It's actually a pretty quick way to make din din. Come on, guys. Finish up already. Me a hungry. Alright, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, like 8 more tomatoes gotta get crushed. You know, that water might actually be good. Good amount of water. We'll see. We'll see. Bring back mom shopping at all. Yeah, so a lot of people have been asking for that, and I know you guys would really like that. I know that those videos would do well, but me and my mom just don't want to do them. So I'm going to do what I want to do. Because if I do videos that I don't really want to do, I'm not going to want to do YouTube very much. So I just want to do videos that I want to do. Love the collabs you do with Chris. LOL, wish this was practiced more. Follow some content creators that would really vibe with each other. Yeah, we live very close, so we're very lucky that we live so close to each other. Because not that many YouTubers live in Syracuse, New York. Is there benefit to adding the seasoning after the veggies are steamed, or is it's just preference, I guess? I don't think there's any like real benefit. I guess it would just be for me because I'm still trying to figure out like the amount of water that I'm doing. I wouldn't want the seasoning to just get like stuck to the pan, so I might start adding it earlier if I really know how much water to use. Do you see Dylan much? How is he? Yeah, so I don't see him as much as I used to, but he goes to the gym that I go to, so I see him at the gym sometimes. And I was in his wedding last year. Alright. Sometimes I just like force these tomatoes to get crushed. So I'm just like, you know what? I don't have all night. Just squish them already. Ah! That's why I don't. Because it squirts you. And you get all burning. I guess I'll put cold water on that. That's not so bad. So it's much safer if you don't have to crush them by pressing very hard. Because that tomato juice gets hot. Yeah, I have also done this recipe before where I had too little water, and everything was just like getting stuck to the pan. I do like though that with the water, I don't really have to use any oil. And it's definitely a bit less like an actual sauce. But it's just kind of like crushed. It's like crushed tomatoes and vegetables with your pasta. This one doesn't really want to crush. All right, that's all of them. All right, now we're going to add the garlic powder. I give it a whiff first. Add the Italian seasoning. You know, we're going to turn that off. That might have been enough water. It might even be too little, honestly. And then we're going to add nooch. And we're going to add a little salt. Gonna mix it around, and then just pour it on the pasta. It is definitely nice, like knowing what's in everything. So I like that. I've actually been really into making my own granola and yogurt recently, and I've been contemplating a recipe that would be very high in protein. It's still just a working theory, so I still got to try that out sometime soon too. So that looks like it's a lot of food already, but there's like almost no calories in there because it's just onions, peppers, and tomatoes. And bean pasta doesn't really have that many calories in it either. So you can kind of eat a lot of it. Alright, let's see. I might have used the last of my avocados. Yeah, pretty sure I did. Alright, and then I should actually pull up this live stream on my computer too, so that I can read your guys' comments as they're coming in. And then maybe I can use the other side of the camera so it can be a little bit bigger, a little bit wider. Okay, now we're going to try it this way. Hopefully it'll be a little bit wider. That's the idea anyway. Because I would like for you guys to be able to see the food and me. Alright, if this will load anyway, because I want to be able to see what if I'm in frame or not. But this no want to load. Oh, there we go. Was that nooch? Yeah, I thought it, no. So I put in garlic powder first, and then I think it was the Italian seasoning, then nooch. So maybe you guys can start seeing now if let's see, this looks horrible on my end. It's at 144p. I don't know if my internet's just terrible. Hopefully you guys see better than that. The Christmas tree is gone. Yeah. I wanted to use that space, so it had to go. So yeah, just since this is bean pasta, this is basically just beans, vegetables, and seasoning. And the tomatoes are probably gonna be the hottest thing. Vegan or vegetarian? What's best? Vegan. I'll go vegetarian. I feel like vegetarian's like just going halfway. Still have to get dinner. Alright, it's not too hot. Yeah, this is good with avocado too. It's a little more burny than I thought it would be. Yeah, so after this, we're going to do the actual meal prepping, but I was going to die of hunger if I didn't do this first. Have a nice dinner. Are you going to bed? I'm assuming it's like real late where you are, Sandra, and then the other ones. Probably like what, 2 a.m.? Is there non-vegan food you miss? I would say the thing I miss the most is like just the convenience of being able to eat whatever I want. Just knowing I can go to any restaurant and eat anything. But as far as like the actual animal products, I don't know. I feel like I've gone so long like without meat or cheese or anything that like now they just seem gross. Like if I know that it's actual meat, then I'm just like, ew, that's a rotting carcass. No, still here and will be here. Hey, if you decide you want to sleep, I will not take it personally. I am a big proponent of getting good sleep. So I hope you fall asleep on me, Sandra. Oh yeah, Sandra. If I joined in late, you could talk me through how you made that delicious looking pasta. Yeah, so this is just bean pasta, and then all I really did was put 1 cup of water in a shallow pan, and just put some julienned onions and some chopped up peppers in there, and then I put in some tomatoes. And once the tomatoes were to the point where they could be smashed pretty easily, then I just smashed them, and then I added Italian seasoning, garlic powder, and nooch, and it's kind of like a little tomato sauce. It's not super saucy. Roughly, where do you live, RDR money? Because the best pepperoni I've had was not Eve's. It was Field Roast. Curious how you make yogurt. So actually, all you really have to do, I have some actual cooking at the moment. It's an Instant Pot. It takes like 15 hours in the Instant Pot, so I just do it overnight. All you do is like you put in some probiotics, and then I chose to use soy milk because it's like a bit higher protein content. So I just did 1 of these. I'll probably do it in like a video, but so when you pick, oh no, this isn't gonna work. That's not gonna, damn it. Well, I bought all the wrong type of soy milk. So what I was gonna say is there can't, I'll see how it comes out, I guess. There can't be any sugar in it. It has to be just like soybeans and water. But I'm pretty sure that there's, you can see this one. Pretty sure, oh no, this one's fine. Yeah, so I got some unsweetened ones. So that's the one that's in there, thankfully. So maybe I can just bring those back actually to Wegmans tomorrow and trade them for the unsweetened ones. I was so excited that I went to the small Wegmans near me. I was so excited that they had them that I apparently just wasn't paying attention if they were sweetened or not. I was just paying attention to the fact that it said plain. So literally all it is one of those soy boxes of like soy milk, and then a little thing of probiotics, just open it up and put it in, and that's it. and you just cook it for 15 hours in the Instant Pot. It's that easy. And then you just you can season it however you want afterwards. I usually do like some maple syrup and maybe like some pumpkin spice or frozen blueberries. I like with the frozen blueberries because it comes kind of make like the juice, makes it like more purpley. Pranked again by Past Craig. Yeah, he's been a real prankster lately. I wish high protein. My God, can't read. I wish high protein vegan yogurt was easy / cheap to make. It is easy to make, and it is actually pretty cheap. It's like, I think it's like $3 or $4 for this, and it makes 4 cups of yogurt. So it's like a little bit cheaper than store bought, and the 4 cups of yogurt, and it's about 32 grams of protein. And then sometimes I'll just put in afterwards, after it's already made, then I'll just add like a scoop of chocolate protein, sometimes like PB2 powder, and then just like some fruit. And then I'm also been experimenting with making my own granola. So I guess I have an idea. I still haven't made it just yet. Maybe I'll try sometime this week for making a high protein vegan granola, because I really love eating granola with my fruit and then the yogurt. So maybe I'll do a video of that. I don't want to tell you guys exactly what it is. It's a secret. But I'll probably have that soon. Very tardy I am. Wanted to see you. Wanted to say see you. Wanted to say see. Can't read anything tonight. Yeah. So all I really did is just like made this pasta, and then now I'm eating it, and then I'm gonna do some meal prepping afterwards. Hopefully not too late, because I don't go to bed late. I go to bed very early. You do the same thing when you make your yogurt, but you strain and have a small amount of liquid to make the next batch. Oh, so that's what you use for your starter. Interesting. Yeah, I just, so I'm very unfortunate. I forgot last time and I accidentally ate all the yogurt. So now I just use some probiotics. But like, it's so much better when you have your starter than like the first time you make your yogurt. It's just not that good. But then the second time it gets better, the third time it gets better, fourth, like every time it just gets better with the same starter. Aquafaba granola? What do you do with the aquafaba? You just like mix it in? Like I mix in, lately I've been doing oats and maple syrup, raisins, and just cashews because I have them on hand. But if I had like pecans, I would do that. Last time I actually added some lentils and cooked those too, and that added some more protein. What time do you go to bed on the regular? I try to start getting ready for bed by 9, and then I just start reading in bed afterwards. And then the sooner I can fall asleep, the better, because I like being able to wake up at like 6 without an alarm. I don't like alarms, but I like to get up and do stuff before other people are up and they want to text me and call me, or I have to go to the shop and film stuff. You whip the aquafaba and mix it in the granola. Interesting. I've never heard of aquafaba granola. Why do you like it more? But yeah, so if I can go to bed at like 9:30 to 10, that's awesome. Last night I think I fell asleep at like 10:30 maybe. It's more flavorful when you save the yogurt or strain the liquid. I don't know if I didn't know the liquid would work, but oh, you can use it as your starter? Huh. I thought you'd have to use the actual yogurt as a starter. I mean, I guess it makes sense, because it probably all has probiotics in it. And I found out today, like, you don't need as much starter as I thought you did. So I'm gonna try to see if I can get away with like maybe a tablespoon or two or like a quarter cup, because before I was doing a half cup, and I was watching a video saying like um, just less sometimes is more. Or it wasn't even a video, it was like a blog post about making yogurt. Yeah, I haven't really done, I don't know if I've done anything with aquafaba. I know how to make it, I just haven't found any recipes that I want to make with it. Well, I'm gonna try some Frank's. See how that is. That's pretty good. What are you guys having for dinner? Or if Byron, if Byron's still watching, people live where he does in the UK, I'm sure you probably had dinner a while ago. Or Sandra, if you did. And how many of you guys have tried the stuffed shells from the video I made? I know Sandra said she got her ingredients recently. I'm giving ideas from what you were eating, yeah. Yeah, I've been watching. So I've been obsessed with learning Spanish recently, and I've just been watching like what I eat in a day videos in Spanish. So I've been picking up some new recipes. So that was where I got the idea for this. Again, I got it from a channel called Boyset Brothers, and then and that's where I got the idea for making granola. And then I saw Veggiekins posted a video about how to make soy yogurt, and it was like super easy. So I tried that, and I was like, just like combining all the ideas I had. Planning to make the stuffed shells tomorrow. Nice. Subway sandwich and potato chips. The dinner of champions. Tuned in from Cincinnati. I don't think I've been to Cincinnati. I think I've driven through Cleveland before. Toasted everything bagel from Wegmans. So you must be in the Northeast then, if you're getting stuff from Wegmans. Now vegan came over from Hercules, LOL, from San Diego. I was in San Diego in January. I was in like Pacific Beach and Ocean Beach, I think, mostly. I was staying with my friends. I think they're in Pacific Beach. I don't know San Diego geography all that well. $4 for the shells. I think that's. Oh, you know what? I still have shells. I think these are about $4 too. Wow. 7 pieces. It's only 200 calories. I thought it'd be a lot more than that. Oh, you know what? I also got these yellow lentil lasagna pasta sheets. So I'm excited to try that. I've not tried that yet. One of my friends suggested it. Lentil veggie bowl, taco flavored with Ezekiel bread, vegan cheese sauce, and soy sour cream from the yogurt. Wow, that sounds like quite the dinner. Went to an Indian grocer for the first time and used high protein soya chunks I got there to make curry. So cheap and delicious. Wow, that sounds cool. Yeah, I went to like an Asian market recently, Because I found a recipe for how to make meltable vegan cheese, and it wasn't really that hard, and it lasted quite a while. Like, it made quite a bit. I don't know. Well, yeah, I had to get, I think it's called, yeah, there's a agar powder. I think that's, and then I got tapioca starch, and like that's what helped make it. It gives it some stretch. I think for dessert, I got some Fuji apples recently, so I really like having, if I have like something salty and savory, I feel like I gotta balance it out with something sweet afterwards. I feel more satisfied. Dumplings and asparagus, that sounds good. I just joined. What you prepping? So I just made dinner, and after dinner, then I'm prepping. I'm gonna do spaghetti and meatballs. I'm gonna do what's it called? Like a tofu poke bowl. I think that might be it. Just those two things. I'm basically just looking to get like some lunch stuff so that I can just go to work at Hercules real quick without having to spend a whole lot of time prepping food. So I might, like for breakfast I'll probably do oatmeal or like yogurt, fruit, and granola. And then for dinner I might do either the spaghetti that I'm prepping or the poke bowl, or I have like some flatbreads in the freezer, and I can whip up a pizza real quick with that. Other than Wegmans and Aldi, do you have good vegan-friendly supermarkets in your area? So in Buffalo, which is not in my area, but when I was living in Buffalo, there is a totally vegan grocery store. I think it's called the Vegan Grocery Store or something like that. I didn't really go there that much. A lot of things there were kind of expensive, but if there was anything like specialty, that was cool. I actually only went there like one time. I think I got like some raviolis or something. Or no, it was potato pierogies, because I used to love potato pierogies, and I haven't had any since going vegan. So they were good. Tanner says you love Pink Lady apples. Yeah, I wish this texture was a little more crunchy. Because I saw Honeycrisp right next to it, and I usually get Honeycrisp. But on the bag, I think I still got the bag in there. But it says it has like a description of all the apples on it. So like this one says, I don't know if you can read that. It says crisp and super sweet. So like all the apples, yeah, I don't think you can really see that, but all the apples will have like a description on them, and this had the exact same description as Honeycrisp, which I know that I love. So I was like, oh, maybe it'll be just as good. It's not, but it's not bad. But yeah, now I know to go back for the Honeycrisp. Why try something new when you got the old Honeycrisp? Creamy broccoli soup. Use a base of veggie stock or bouillon cubes. Oh yeah, so bouillon cubes, I actually have a lot of those because it's just like so much more space efficient than having broth all the time. I'll keep an eye out for Cosmic Crisp then. What kind of meatballs do you use? So I have these earth-grown vegan Italian zesty meatballs. Part of the reason I want to do that is because I was just like, you know what? I want to empty out my fridge a little bit. A lot of times when I just do, if I want to do like pasta and like some kind of meat, I'll actually just do like tofurkey sausage. Just chop it up. But like I said, I got that in my freezer, so I thought, why not? I've never heard of opal apples. I feel like I've heard of ambrosia apples. I don't know if I tried them. I think I tried Snapdragon. I think those are good if I remember correctly. I do like the size of these. Like biting into really large apples is just very satisfying for me. You know, like small apples. Eggplant meatless meatballs or tofu noodles. Interesting. Manzanas. Hola, Jack. ¿Qué tal? Is your dad still strictly vegan? I know he was the last to convert. So both my parents, they will try things at the store, like they'll taste test things. My mom sometimes will try stuff and then spit it out. But when they go home and eat, it's 100% vegan. It was for the first couple of years that my dad went vegan. At Thanksgiving, he would eat some turkey, and then I think it was after like maybe 3 years, he ate some turkey and then he got like a headache and he just was like not feeling good afterwards. And he was like, "I'm not doing that again. It's not worth it." So now he doesn't eat it at Thanksgiving either. And we always have like a vegan turkey roast anyway. And then, so my whole family's vegan. And then I have a cousin who is vegetarian, another cousin who's vegan. And I have an aunt who's vegan. I have another aunt who, like, she was eating vegan. I don't know if she still is. No, she probably doesn't eat a whole lot of meat. So I was the first one to go vegan in my family. If you don't know, I was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease and I was told I'd be on medication for the rest of my life if I wanted to walk again. And then after a couple, like a year and a half or two of being vegan, my neurologist was like, "Well, I don't think you need your medicine anymore, so just keep doing what you're doing." And then it was like a couple months after me being vegan, my mom went vegan, and then it's like a year or two later, Kara went vegan, and then after a while, my dad went vegan. So I went vegan for my health initially. But it was like, I think 2 months or so after, no, it was like 6 months after I went vegan. I watched Vegucated, and then I was like, all right, I'll be an ethical vegan, because I was like, it's not hard to change. Like I don't have to change anything. I literally just keep doing what I'm doing. So it's like it was much easier for me to open my eyes to like all the cruelty that was happening to the animals, because I was already vegan at that point. So I would say I definitely became an ethical vegan into being vegan. The Heavy Metal Vegan just sent me a $5 super chat. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. If you guys send me anything, it's going right back into my mushroom fund, because I forgot to get mushrooms and I really want them. So if you guys want to help me buy some mushrooms, then you can send me some super chats. Do you know Tabitha Brown? She had health issues and said being vegan had helped her. I know who she is. I don't know her personally. But yeah, no, a lot of people have gone vegan and it helped their autoimmune disease. I know someone else who actually has my autoimmune disease, which is like a relatively rare one. It's called chronic inflammatory demyelinating polyneuropathy. I was basically just paralyzed. It was kind of like MS of the peripheral nervous system. But the only other person that I know has recovered very well, maybe even better than me, is also vegan. So maybe connection there. I can only imagine how it feels when your whole family is vegan. That is awesome. Yeah, I'm lucky that my family was open to it. Because I tried like a bunch of different diets before I landed on veganism, and my mom didn't really try any of those. But I don't know
I think I made veganism seem cooler than the other ones because like I was raw vegan at the time, so I brought home like a whole like a whole crate of not cherries. I did that before too, but of peaches, and she was like, "What? He gets to eat all those peaches? I could do that." And she just started eating like a bunch of fruit because at the time I was raw vegan. Um, and yeah, then she started reading books about it and was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna keep doing this." Melinda, so we just used the old recipes that were handed down in the family, and they just never had butter in them. So that's why we don't have butter in them. Just accidentally vegan. Yeah, you said that's crazy that food essentially food saved your life. Yeah, I mean, you're if you give your body the right conditions to recover, it will. But if you keep not eating the right foods, then you just keep putting gas on the fire. Glad it had a positive ripple effect. Yeah, so I didn't know that I liked making videos. Like a lot of people think that like I went to school for making videos. I actually went to school for exercise physiology. So the only time I really use my degree is like when I go to the gym. So, uh, but I just when I went home and I was diagnosed, I looked up videos of my autoimmune disease and like almost there was like almost no videos about it. So I was like, all right, well I'll make the videos so then if somebody else gets diagnosed, they don't have to feel as alone as I did when I was diagnosed. So I really just started from a place of just wanting to help other people with my autoimmune disease, and then I quickly found out that you can only make so many videos about my autoimmune disease. There's only so much you can do. So I was like, all right, I'll start making videos about veganism, um, and then that's how I started. And then at one point I was like, you know what? If I'm going to set myself apart from other people, I should probably do a candy making video because no one else has a marble slab in their basement and two professional candy makers in their house, except for me. So I can do that. So if if you just, I know you guys aren't asking about like YouTube, but like if you ever like, if you notice like a lot of people who do well on YouTube, like they separated themselves from other people. Like they did something different. They didn't do like the same thing as everyone else. Because I was doing the same thing as everyone else for a while because like I had to find my voice and find what I wanted to do. So I was just copying other people until I figured out what I wanted to do. I've noticed that all the years I've been watching your videos that your family is very supportive, so I get them being open to becoming vegan. Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, my family was very helpful. Like when I was paralyzed. We all have a raw vegan phase. Dave Petrino, didn't expect you to be in here. I never get tired of hearing the story. I remember how bad it was. We thought you'd hardly walk again, let alone run. It's so inspiring seeing you now. Food heals. Yeah, it really does. So good seeing you in here, Dave. Um, but yeah, if you guys don't know, I was a runner before, and then when I was paralyzed, my legs got taken away from me, and then I thought I would never be able to go back to the running camp. That was like such a huge part of like my just running career, like growing up, and it was just like one of the most fun times of my life. So it was really great that I was able to recover enough that I could actually run again and be a camp counselor at the this favorite running camp that I had. I mean, albeit I was like, please just put me in the slowest group. I can't handle a faster group because I still have like some lower leg nerve damage. So I'll never be as fast as I was. But if you just focus on the things that you don't have, you're gonna lose sight of the things that you do have. So I'm glad that I can walk and run again, even if it's not as fast as I used to be. There's other people who can't even walk, and I know exactly what that's like. Are you stay in your parents' old house long term? So the plan. I'm gonna eat a little bit first. The plan right now is B, my real estate partner. He knows how to fix up houses. I don't. So he's fixing up a house right now in Buffalo. Once he's done with that, then he's coming here. He doesn't have any other jobs lined up. He has a completely open schedule so that he can come here. So towards like the end of the summer, he'll be coming here and he'll be fixing up this house. There's not that much that has to be done up here. There's a lot that has to be done downstairs. It's nothing like crazy though. It's mostly like drywall, painting. Some windows got to be replaced. Like the outside has to be painted. And I already got some insulation in like the attic. You know, stuff like that. So after the house gets fixed, I might live in here for like a year or two, but so I don't know if you guys know about this. If you live in the U.S. at least, this is true. I don't know about other countries, but if you have a house and you make it your primary residence for at least 2 of the past 5 years, so you can own it for 5 years, rent it out for 3, but if you live in it for at least 2 years, when you go to sell it, you pay 0% in taxes, none. So that is the idea. So I gotta live in here for at least 2 years, which I think this summer is gonna be 2 years anyway. So then once I get it fixed up, I could just sell it. But I just want to like really take my time with buying a house because I don't want to buy a house that I'm like, I don't really like this house. Like I want to get a house that I love. So I'm gonna take my time and buy a house. If I have like 2 years, I'm sure I'll find a house that I like. Very cool. The layout always confused me. Oh, the house, yeah. What happened to the downstairs? The downstairs is where I keep my lawn maintenance stuff, like my weed whackers, stuff like that. Weed whacker, hedge trimmers, gloves. There's a spare bedroom down there too. And that is it for right now. But I'll probably actually be moving downstairs because once we fix it up, that's gonna be the nice apartment. So I'm gonna move down there, and then. Right now, obviously it's empty, so it'll be very easy to fix it up while it's empty. And then once I move everything downstairs to live down there, it'll also be much easier to fix this up because I'm not going to have to move a bunch of stuff around all the time. I just move it once downstairs. And then I don't have to deal with the stairs again. You and B's friendship would be a cool movie. Yeah. Oh, cool. Plan on selling next summer. Do you have to do any work on it, Joey, or can you just like sell it as is? All right, done with this. Just start meal prepping. And I really don't want to. You know what? I think I can probably unplug this. What's it called? This battery charger thing. So now, this will be a lot more mobile. All right, let's see if this is a bit wider. That should be better than what it was before. But I just gotta find a way to be able to read your guys' comments without. Like I could put it on the stove, but then it might melt. So I don't want to do that. Don't want you guys to melt on me. All right, so we gotta put away this pasta. A lot of stuff in this kitchen, especially, is set up just how it was when I was growing up, because I'm just like, we kept Tupperware and pans in here. Why change that? It worked. But there's some stuff I changed. But it's also a lot easier living in an 800 square foot apartment with one person instead of 5 people. One person, that's like more than enough. 5 people, that's not enough. Okay, yeah, so we're gonna do pasta first. I just made pasta. Now we're gonna make more pasta. Oh. Hello? There we go. All right. I was talking to no one for a little bit. I think you guys are probably writing a bunch of comments like, I can't hear you. But I could not see that. So all you really missed was me saying that I pretty much have a lot of this house set up how I grew up, because when I moved in, I was like, you know what? Why change what ain't broken?
There's some stuff I changed and moved around, but it's a lot easier to live in this 800 square foot apartment when it's just one person. 5 people is kind of not enough space, but one person is just fine. Okay, this recipe actually is like, it's not even really much of a recipe. We're just prepping stuff. Which is why I was like, you know what, we're definitely just make a live stream out of this. Because I feel with a live stream, you can get away with like doing easier stuff. Because it's more of like just hanging out with you guys. So, let's see. If I have any pasta sauce in here. Let's see if you guys have any questions or comments. Do you still have more than one refrigerator? No. I just have this one. Just slumming it with the one. Oh, you guys heard everything. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, I thought that when I was plugged in, you guys wouldn't be able to hear anything. I just stopped and watched for a bit. Have a good night, everyone. Yeah, hope you have a good night, too. Preparación de comida vegana en la cocina. Sí, es verdad. Ya, mire. Oh, life hack. Don't ever bother with doing the whole thing unless your bottle or jar or whatever's not open. Then that could work, I guess. But instead of doing that, when you want to get the last of it, go like, well, I just got some sauce on there, so don't do that. But do like a windmill or a pendulum type of thing. I've heard of other people doing more of like a circular motion. We could try that this time and see what happens. You know, got a lot of sauce on my hands, but that's also the nice thing about living by yourself. You just lick everything up. That might even be too much sauce. We're not gonna use the last of that. We're gonna keep that. I do like sauce, but I mean the sauce to meatball ratio, it's gotta be like somewhat close. I might even scoop some out. Yeah, I'm gonna scoop some out. Put it in there. Ah, heck. No. Now the door is open. I'm gonna get the suds. Alright, we're gonna see if that's good. You know, we're just gonna get sauce on the table. Whatever. It's my table. I'm gonna do what I want with it. Right. Yeah, that's fine. I always do that. Now we're gonna put this on about medium heat. There's something sticky on the floor. I've been meaning to mop. I sweep like once or twice a week. I really only mop like, I don't know, once every week. Like maybe once every 2 weeks or so. It's just like not usually all that necessary. This floor I think is due for a mop at the moment. But if you're just one person, like you're not really gonna get that messy. That top is over here. What the heck is it? Oh, it's in the washerizer. Alright. While that's cooking, your camera is out of focus? No, I think it just sucks. SpongeBob reference. Centrifugal sauce. Good tip. Have you been out camping to get more nice guy photos? No, just because right now, well, like when I like to go camping, I'm up in the Adirondacks. So right now it's like 30 to 40 degrees at night, and then up in the Adirondacks it's even colder, and there might even still be snow in the Adirondacks at the moment. So I'm going to be waiting maybe later this month, but probably June. Although I have so many traveling plans this summer. It's stupid. So I do want to. I do also have a plan to go to the Adirondacks later this summer. Oh, no, maybe I'll do this and I won't be so blown out. I was just thinking the same thing about Craig's astrophotography. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. The camera's autofocusing on the right path. Yeah, that makes sense. Hey, if you guys see that, this over here, this is from Sandra. She sent it all the way from the Netherlands. She said that she was going to make me a pot holder as like a housewarming gift when I moved into my last apartment. And then she said, you know, what kind of design would you want? She said, you know, you can make it challenging if you want, like a challenge. So then I just sent her a picture of this vegan V, and then she made. Oh yeah, I'll tell you guys about these funnels. I'm very excited about them. And she made a white one with a green V and a green one with a white V. Very nice. I love them a lot. And then I think my parents have a set as well. But while we're talking about things in the kitchen I love, I recently got this funnel kit. It's really, really great. A lot of times when I, like say I'm making yogurt, and I want to put it into a mason jar that's not like super wide, I can put it in this thing and then it all goes in there. So I should be able to put that in there a lot smoother. And like really anything where I need like a funnel. There's just a lot of times I found like I need a funnel, and then sometimes I just use, like I have a printer over there and I just sometimes will take the paper out of it and just sort of like roll it up and put it in like the mason jar or something and just pour something in there. But with yogurt, that's probably not the best idea. It's kind of liquidy. Yeah, so if you guys want any of those funnels, they're just, I just got them on Amazon. It was like $8 maybe or something like that. It's like, it was cheap. And they're collapsible. Sandra's pot holder skills are fire. I absolutely agree. They're pretty great. They still look amazing indeed. You gave the second set to your parents. Yeah, so why do I need 4? I could have 2 and they could have 2, you know? So, just trying to think. I could even start prepping the next Poke Bowl thing, because I would like to save time, because I don't want to stay up super late. Usually by like 9 p.m. I'm getting ready for bed. But tonight it might be like 9:30. I'm hanging out with yous guys. But at least I will have some food for the week. And then I got to hang out with you guys. I'm gonna have to do the dishes. Good thing I got a dishwasher too. I literally, if you guys came in early in the live stream, I washed all these dishes. There was nothing in the sink. And now it's filled. I mean, it's mostly just filled with very, very large things. So it would take like, even if I wash it by hand, it would take a couple minutes to do all that. Looks worse than it is. Okay. I think this is like bubbled up. Yeah, might turn that down a little bit. Okay. So I might have to chop off my head again. Just a little bit. And then while you can like just see the live stream of the live stream. Tofu. Give it a good press. And then squeeze it a little bit. And then I have this awesome tofu press over here. If you guys do not have one of these, I highly recommend it. I don't like those ones that have the cranks on them. This is just like very space efficient and super, super easy to use. It's by a company called ToFuture. I just got these on Amazon. They're pretty great. So I just use this like a rubber band kind of system to press it down. And then I'm not going to do it over here because I need a sink. But then all the water just collects underneath because there's like a strainer underneath. I could show you guys maybe when I take it out because I forgot to show you guys before. But as it presses it down, there's some water that fills up. And then you just go like that. So that's another reason why I like this instead of just like those ones that you can kind of crank down, because then you can just empty it as the water's getting pressed out. And you also have like multiple tightness settings. I'm gonna put it down to like the second one, and then I'm just gonna leave that there. And then I'm going to grab this, which I think I just used water for earlier. Gotta rinse out that water taste, you know? So I'm just gonna do this by memory because I know this recipe. I've made this recipe so many times. We got some ginger, some garlic. If you guys want to learn some Spanish, I've been watching, like I said, a lot of cooking shows in Spanish. So this is garlic is ajo, and ginger is jengibre. It's kind of similar to ginger, so it's kind of easier to remember than ajo. Ajo is just, you just gotta remember. We got liquid aminos. I don't know what that would be in Spanish, but I know that soy sauce is, what is that, like salsa de soya? Okay, so we did a quarter cup of that, and then we're going to just grate some ginger and some garlic into there. Yeah. Chop off the end piece. All right. Craig, you could just put a pic of your torso on your t-shirt saying you're gonna be having to see my you're gonna have to see me with my head. Wait, see my heads while I cook? My head cut off, you mean? Oh, there we go. It's boiling up a storm now. I'm gonna turn that down a little bit. Yeah, I'm cut off even at the stove. I need a wider. So I could use my camera, but I just was like, it'd just be like so much more simple because if I do use my camera, it has to be connected to my laptop. So that would just be way less portable. So I decided to, and yes, I did break the pasta. You guys can let me know if you guys do that or if you think I should go to jail for that. And we got a super chat from Nicholas Yim. $2. Thank you for that. I use a spoon to skin ginger. Yeah, I've done that too before. But at the moment, I'm using a knife. But yeah, that also works, which is very surprising. You wouldn't think that you could use a spoon to get the ginger off, but you can. Yeah, head cut off, yeah. Woo! You know what? That's clean enough. I swept the other day. Sushi chef's secret. So this is like what the main spices are going to be actually. This ginger and garlic. But we're not done yet. We are also going to add some lime juice. 3-second rule. There we go. It's probably good. And then, so the original recipe where I found this from, I called for sambal oelek. or it's chili garlic sauce basically. This one's just called something different, but it's the same thing. I haven't looked at the ingredients. It's the exact same ingredients in the exact same order. But the original recipe called for, I think it was like 1 teaspoon. It's just like spicy stuff, but I now use like that's 1.5 tablespoons. So you know what? That's probably fine. I was gonna say I use like a heaping tablespoon, but that's basically what 1.5 tablespoons is anyway. Oh yeah, so I really while I'm showing you guys stuff I love, I found this at Walmart, which has been amazing. And as you can tell, I've been using it. So, one, they just all fit great, but they're actually magnetic. I don't know if they stick here. Maybe you can see. Yeah, so they're much more likely to stick together. And since I got them as a set, they also fit in here. Like this one's a 2 tablespoon measurizer, and then they all, as you can see, they're just like getting pulled down. I love it. It's hard to show magnets on a screen, so that's what I was trying to show you guys that. But it's awesome. I love magnets. Recently got a magnetic phone case. I've been loving that too. I've been obsessed with magnets. Everything should be magnetic, right? And everything in your house should be able to stick magnets on it, right? I'm not crazy. Magnets neat. I'm addicted to samba oil. Like, yeah, it's good. It's good stuff. So, this recipe does call for smoked sesame seed oil, or toasted sesame seed oil. Let me see how it is without it. It's good, but I do think that the sesame oil does add a bit of flavor to it too. I love the smell of it. I try to be oil free, but you know what? I'll eat a little bit. This just makes the recipe so much better. Okay, now we try. Oh wow. That just added so much flavor, honestly. Me gusta. Oh, whoa, I can hear all the water in there. Okay, so this marinade is already made. I'm just going to put all this over here for now. So much stuff going on in this kitchen. No, I'm going to need that cutting board. Actually, I'm going to bring that back here. We're going to use this paper towel to get the excess water off the outside. Why do I have this still open? Just give me a minute. I've whacked my ankle on that door before, and I hated that. I would not recommend that. Whacking your ankle is not as fun as it sounds. That so far, I think this might actually be done. Just move on. Go ahead. Maybe I used that. Okay, we're gonna check on the old meatballs. Gonna turn down a little bit. Okay, what we're gonna do. We're going to put it in a little bowl. We're just gonna give it a try, see if it's all the way cooked yet. I think it probably is, because it's just frozen. Oh yeah. That's cooked. That's good too. You guys haven't had those earth-grown zesty meatballs from Aldi. Definitely recommend. Super easy to make. Oh no, I'm gonna need a space to dump this pasta soon. Yeah, this needs a little bit more time. I know people say that you can just like throw it at the wall, but I swear it sticks to the wall way before it's ready. Yeah, this is definitely not ready. And that sticks. This is like crunchy. Oh, you guys can't see that. But this pasta noodle stuck to the wall, and it is definitely not ready. Like I'm still crunching on it. Okay, so what we're gonna do now, I'm gonna chop this, so just make it shorter. I saw on TV if you want your firm tofu firmer, freeze it overnight. Once it starts to thaw, cut it up. Not sure if it works. I'll have to try. Yeah, report back. I've heard that freezing tofu creates a different texture, so I still have yet to experiment with that. That's the cool thing with being vegan is like you can, go 10 years. Like I've been vegan for over 10 years now, and I still got stuff to try. People think that you get tired of food being vegan. I haven't tried everything. Okay, so I recommend having a shallow Tupperware or bowl or something like that for this because I want to make sure that all of this gets as marinated as possible. So you can just chop up your tofu to whatever size you want. Actually, I'm not even cooking this tofu. This is going to be raw. But this marinade is so good and so flavorful. I highly recommend it. It's also very salty, so if you don't want quite as much salt, you can always water it down, probably with water. Last time I made it, I think I made it with water. I have also made it with powdered garlic powder and powdered ginger, but it is definitely better with fresh stuff. I mean, I think everyone knows that. So I'm going to lick this spoon, toss this around, and this is going to soak up quite a bit of the juices, but it doesn't need to soak up everything because I will also just pour some of the juices onto whatever bed of rice that I'm going to be using. That's so flavorful. It's just like the soy sauce, the toasted sesame oil, the sambal oelek, fresh ginger, fresh garlic, the lime juice. It's nice. Okay, that's about done. You know what? We're gonna be smart. We're gonna use oven mitts. I really wish I had like a large, like restaurant-sized 3-bay kitchen or 3-bay sink in my kitchen. I think we all wish that though. Wish I had a nice big island. Okay, so that is done. The only thing I have to cook actually now is really just the rice. And I'm going to use that burner. Just to remove this. Nope, why am I looking in there for a pan? Pans are not in there. Oh, because I want to get the rice out. But actually I have the rice over here. I didn't take it for the thumbnail. And I have used all of my pans. I don't know. I forgot if this is dirty or not. I think these are clean. If not, I mean, I probably just use water. And that's the nice thing about, like, vegan cooking is what am I doing? Jeez. If you guys have never tried to do a live stream while you're cooking, it is significantly harder than just trying to cook by yourself. Like, because you're trying to make sure your head's not cut off, and you're trying to like hold a conversation. You're trying to make sure it's like somewhat interesting. You're trying to like talk about stuff. You're trying to also make sure you're not burning stuff. And also if you're cooking multiple things, you're trying to. It's way more multitasking than normal cooking. I'm messing up some things. So grab 1 cup. Thank you, Linda. Thank you for appreciating cooking for you guys. Okay, so 1 cup of rice. 2 cups of water. And I don't need to add any salt to this because that sauce is going to be salty. And although like I said, that sauce is salty, no, we're gonna heat it up on this burner and then we're gonna transfer it. That's what I usually like to do because that burner is just so much bigger. Close this again. All right. This is really soaking it up, I can tell. I try to use, when I remember, a wooden spoon because it is still going to tear up the tofu a bit, but it tears it up a lot less than like a metal spoon. What kind of rice do you like? That's jasmine rice. I like jasmine quite a bit. That I've never done. Give it a try. What were you talking about then? That was a while ago, I think. Have you ever tried the cold cooked pasta method? Oh, I heard of just like soaking your pasta. I've heard of that. Faster? No, waiting for it to boil. Really? I didn't know that's faster. That's actually really interesting. I thought it would take a lot longer. Has anyone tried freezing tofu? Does it really make a difference? Yeah, I've heard that too. I think that's what I said earlier. Like I've heard that. I've never actually tried it, but yeah, I have read that it does make a difference. Yes, it does make a difference. Interesting. You know what? We're gonna just give this a try. You can tell it still needs some soaking to do, some marinating, and I'll definitely do it like more overnight, but it's already pretty flavorful. Okay, the thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to put this thing of meatballs in the fridge with one of Sandra's gorgeous pot holders without the top on so that it can have a chance to cool down, and then later I will put the top on there. I can probably put that in the fridge too, because again, I'm not eating this tonight. This is meal prep. And I could do the same thing with the pasta. Doesn't matter, we'll tell it again gladly, okay? Alright, so we got the tofu in there, we got the pasta that I gotta put away next. This is getting there. There's a big thing of pasta. Here, I can put it in. Well, I'm going to wait for it to cool down a little bit. I don't want it to like melt the plastic. Pretty hot.
When you defrost tofu, you squeeze out the excess liquid and it becomes like shredded chicken or pulled pork. Interesting. It's very interesting.
Oh, that's definitely ready to switch burners. And then I actually put it on the lowest setting on one of the smallest burners, and it's still, that's like the perfect amount of heat is what I found on this stove. There we go. 20 minutes. You know what? Maybe I should use that 20 minutes to do the dishes. You guys want to watch me with my head chopped off again? Or maybe I could put it in the cupboard. Let's see. Okay. If you guys want to see, I'll give you guys the option. You can see me washing dishes with my head chopped off, or you can be in the cupboard and not see me doing the dishes, but you can see my head and I can answer questions or comments and concerns. Yeah, you guys let me know. Charlotte says head. Oh, I definitely have to sweep after this too. 100%. Team head. I'll go in the cupboard. See the chat and respond to questions. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it'll be a lot easier to respond to questions that way. I can see it at head level. All right. So we're going to switch this to this way. I don't want to do this. Maybe we'll just take this off of here too. I'm just going to take it off the tripod. You guys are just going to look at my hand for a second. All right. Oh, my head's still chopped off. This is great. Okay, maybe you guys can just see my head up here. I swear it used to be wider. Now it's more zoomed in if I do that, and then I have to do this. For that one, that's what the inside of my cupboard looks like. Oh, and then I gotta move this out a little bit. I think this is getting in the way. You guys have probably no idea what I'm adjusting right now. All right, that's good enough. We're gonna do it. Oh, these are actually pretty dry. Wow. See, this is why I love when you wash dishes with hot water. I mean, I think everyone does that anyway. But like, it makes such a difference with drying time. Like, I don't know if you guys ever had like your cold or your hot water broken, so then you couldn't use it. And you're just like, oh my god, everything's taking so long to dry when I wash the dishes. My yogurt only has 11 hours left to cook. I think it comes out at like 8 a.m. or something like that. I just wanted to pick a time where it's like before I'm gonna leave the house, so that I know that I'm gonna be home. Like I would prefer if I could have set it to come out at like, I don't know, 7 or something like that, because it's even more likely they'll be at home. But I'll probably still be at home at 8 a.m. All right. Let's see what I'm missing. Go ahead, put us in the cupboard. We're towering above you. One day I will find the courage to try tofu. I'm intrigued. Yeah, so tofu is actually very interesting. I would definitely recommend try tofu from a restaurant first, because tofu needs to be prepared properly. And if you don't like tofu, it's probably because it was not prepared properly. Because tofu, if you just buy tofu, it tastes like literally nothing. It has like no flavor at all, which sounds terrible, but it's actually really great because it just soaks up whatever you put it in. So if you don't like the taste of tofu, you didn't marinate it properly. If you don't like the texture of tofu, you didn't cook it how you would prefer for that dish, because you can make tofu crunchy. You can make tofu like the kind that I just made is going to be very soft. You could use it for like you can use it for a consistency like pudding. You could there's just so many different things you can do with tofu. It's so versatile. So if anyone has ever told me that they don't like tofu, they just haven't had it properly done. I don't say that about like anything else because tofu is like one of those things that it can just taste and feel however you want, and very few things are like that. Smoked tofu is yeah, I definitely like smoked tofu. Yeah, I would try either get some already seasoned tofu, which is expensive. I'm just letting you know that right now. It's more expensive than if you were to just buy tofu and do it yourself. But just so you can like try it for the first time, like, oh, okay, this is actually pretty good. Try a seasoned one or go to a restaurant. Like I had tofu at a restaurant last night. Very good. It was like kind of crunchy on the outside, or like not crunchy, it was like crispy on the outside. And then it was just very flavorful. Like they marinated it well. There was like a sauce on top of it too. It was like a pineapple fried rice. Hopefully I could find a good place here in Vegas. Oh yeah, 100%. You could definitely find a place in Vegas. And like I have good places here in Syracuse, New York, and there's way less people in Syracuse, New York than Vegas. So like I found that like generally the larger the population of a city, the more likely you are to find vegan stuff. I mean, it would definitely depend on like the country that you're in. Like Brazil would probably, I'm sure it would have a fair share of vegan options, but it's a much more like meat-based culture. So I think it would be, maybe that would be like an exception. But Canada is very vegan friendly. I've heard Germany is very vegan friendly. UK, US, which is majority of my viewers, because obviously I speak English on my videos, so kind of makes sense. I think it's like 60% of my viewers are from the US. It's like maybe 5 or 10% are from Canada, and then another like maybe 5% are from the UK, and then I think Germany, and then Australia. But I've heard also that a lot of youngins in Germany also speak English. If you're from Germany or Ben, you can tell me if that's true. Hey, Canada. Oh, nice. Where are you from in Canada? I actually am pretty good at my Canadian geography. Actually, I'm pretty good at geography in general, which is maybe not the same with all Americans, but I'm proud of my geography knowledge. I follow a vegan recipe channel from Brazil. Yeah, so I'm not saying that like there's no options or there's no one there who's vegan. I think it's just like less common. But there was also, if you guys saw my my Expo West video, like the meat-based one, Winnipeg, Manitoba. Oh, okay, so it's kind of like central. It's like definitely northern, obviously, but it's like not super close to the border, I think. And then it's kind of like Midwest, northern Canada. Oh yeah. So anyway, that company is based in Brazil, which I thought was very interesting because I know that they're a very meat-based company. So it's really cool seeing like a Brazilian company come up with some plant-based meats just to give them some more options. You live closest to me. I'm in Ontario. Oh, nice. Do you live in like Toronto or like Ottawa? Like which side of Ontario? Winnipeg in the middle of nowhere. Yeah. Well, Winnipeg is a kind of big city, though, isn't it? Like, I think there's like what 700,000 or so people who live in Winnipeg. I mean, other than that, though, like outside the city, I think that's like pretty much the middle of nowhere. But there's like Toronto's like not that far from Ottawa, maybe like 2 hours, and then like 2 more hours. There's Montreal, and then there's also like London, Ontario, and I know St. Catharines and Mississauga both have like around 700K. But yeah, I think Winnipeg is like not that close to any other cities. I don't think. You can correct me if I'm wrong. But 11 minutes left on that rice. FAO, no, Ottawa is like 4.5 to 5 hours away from Toronto. Really? No way.
I thought it was a lot closer. It's just on the other side of Lake Ontario. I guess I was thinking like because Toronto, well, because like Syracuse and Buffalo. What are you cooking? So I just got done. You are not wrong. Nice. All right, so I got one of those things right about my Canadian geography. So I made dinner initially for myself. I just already ate it. That was not prepping. And then so dinner was lentil pasta with some just like vegetables, lentil pasta and some vegetables, and then I meal prepped for the week. Really basic stuff. Like I did spaghetti meatballs, and I am right now cooking some rice because I'm doing some tofu poke bowls. And I got some cucumbers so that I can like chop those up, and I'll probably chop up some roasted red peppers. But I think I'm going to wait until I'm going to eat them that day, just because I know if you chop up cucumbers too far ahead of time, they can get kind of dry. So I'm gonna do that day of when I'm gonna eat stuff. I also don't know why I'm doing this all by hand. I literally have a dishwasher like a foot away from me. I just need to empty this dishwasher and I can fill her up. Lentils are delicious. No hangry prepping. Yeah, none. You taught me how to make hummus. My sons die for it. They come when they come to visit. Did you talk about the live stream that I did with Rebecca Vegan Bodega Cat? Because that is my favorite hummus recipe. I love that one. The food you got for your sister on the B-Day video looked really good. I think it was a Thai place. Oh, it was a Vietnamese place. Close. I got her a... Well, first I went to a cafe / bakery near here, and I got her a, I think it was a salted caramel latte, and then like a chocolate donut. And then I went to a Vietnamese noodle house, which is like both of our favorite restaurants here in Syracuse. Honestly, it's like pretty much every vegan I talk to, they're like, yep, Vietnamese noodle house is their favorite, because they have a whole vegan menu, which I love. And let's see, and the Sweet Praxis has like so many vegan options. It's like a vegan bakery here. Love that place. If you guys are ever in Syracuse, Vietnamese Noodle House and the Sweet Praxis. Those are the go-to places. Like sometimes people message me saying like that they're coming to Syracuse, what should they try? Those are always my answers. Also, I would like to know how many of you guys ate dinner with me or meal prepped, or like how many of you guys are just like sitting watching, or if you're like I would just assume like since they're just kind of like hanging out live streams that you guys are like multitasking, like doing other stuff, sort of paying attention, having it on in the background. All right, now I can use my dishwasher. Come on, Craig, you're in the 21st century. It'll save so much more time. You just like rinse your stuff and put it away. They've brought out a vegan range, but have in the meats. It's in the meat section. Oh no. Intermittent fasting, so I have done eating a long time ago. Oh, you're done eating a long time ago. What's your eating window? What do you like to do? I didn't realize you were live, so I ate all by myself. Just hanging out, about to eat. Nice. Well, that's eating kind of late. Well, for me, at least it'd be late. Maybe for you, it's not. I had brunch with you. Oh, nice. Where are you living right now, then? He's quick at responding. I can't walk the strip and live at all. I miss all the chats. You're talking about like if you do live streams? Victoria, Australia. That makes a lot of sense. Wait, brunch? I would think it would be like maybe breakfast time if you got up early. What time is it where you are? I eat for about 6 hours for morning to 1 to 2 in the afternoon. I had acid reflux and have to sleep with a totally empty stomach. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Yeah. Usually when I think of intermittent fasting, I think of people who don't eat until the end of the day. So that's interesting that you have to do that at the beginning of the day. But that makes sense why you have to do that. 'Yes, when I do live streams, people like to see the Vegas Strip at night. Oh, cool, Lady Trooper. What sort of stuff do you live stream about, or like what's your channel about? "11:26 a.m." Really? Huh. My perception of what time it would be there is pretty off. 3 minutes left on the pasta. Oh no, the rice. What am I smoking? Oh, it just like smells like toasted sesame oil over here. 'I make candy too, while trying and channel just about me living in Vegas, go to restaurants and stuff like that. Oh, that's cool. Wait, are you vegan, or are you just enjoy the channel? I only make hard candy once and use organic fruit juice. Interesting. So it seems like a very different recipe than what my parents use. "8 hours ahead of you," or 14. Why did I say 8? 4 hours. 14 hours. No kidding. That stuffed shell dish you made my mouth water. Yeah, it's so good. Me likey. And I had, okay, so what happened was I brought the stuffed shells there, and then I showed my mom it, and I was like, okay, great. Before I show everyone else, maybe I can get like a thumbnail with you. And then we got distracted, and then we ate everything before I could even get a thumbnail. So then I had to make it again just for the thumbnail. My family, they didn't mind, but I was annoyed that I had to make it again just for the thumbnail. And then I didn't even like how the thumbnail came out because I hated the lighting. But I didn't realize until afterwards. And again, it was already eaten. I was like, do I make it a third time? I was like, no, I'll just edit what I can. I don't feel like making it a third time. But now I know for next time what not to do for lighting. Yes, that's how I found you. LOL. Nice. The things you do for YouTube. All right, so Lady Trooper is a vegan in Las Vegas, and she shows what she eats at YouTube, or at YouTube, a vegan. I can't talk. I think I'm tired. I usually go to bed by 10, and it's like a half an hour from my bedtime. I should probably go to bed. But your channel was recommended because I'm subbed to Hercules. Oh, nice. So yeah, you guys should go check out her channel too. Maybe after I go to bed. Dude, that's like I like waking up at like 6 a.m. without an alarm. Like I just like I'm able to start the day. Like I got 8 hours of sleep, so I'm like very energized at like 6 a.m. But by like 9 p.m. I'm toast. So pros and cons. But I can already like my eyes are starting to burn. Like when you're tired and like your eyes start to burn. That's where I'm at right now. I gotta go to bed shortly after I turn this off. Woo-wee. Alright. We're going to do the same thing. I know I still gotta do some cleaning up. Hang on, you got a little bit more. I'm still cleaning up. But once I'm done cleaning up, then we're leaving this live stream. So you're gonna have to deal with me not really being completely coherent at the moment. Yeah, so like I was saying about the tofu press, this is the kind of like strainer type thing. So this is like the catcher where you catch all the water. You put the strainer in here, and then you put then you put the tofu on it, and then you press it down. So that's how it like the water goes through here. You catch it in here, and you just dump it out as you go. So love that. Definitely check it out. I think I actually have it. I think I have it linked in the description of like all my videos, and it might be the same on here too. Like in the description of this live stream, I mean. And when it is nighttime, after I turn off my lights, I like to just have these lights on because I like for my house, like if it's like an hour before bed, I turn off like all my lights in my house because I want it to be very easy for me to fall asleep. Usually by like 9, I'll have all my lights off by now. Because I am very into making sure my circadian rhythm is right for me to fall asleep very easily by like 10. Like the other day, actually, I came home from Buffalo because I had a very important thing to go do in Buffalo. I came home kind of late. I didn't even turn any of my normal lights on. I just walked in the door, turned on like my Halloween lights, got ready for bed, turned them off, and then went to bed. I was asleep in like half an hour. I just subbed. Thank you, everyone, for a great night. I will see you next time. Oh, wow, interesting. Good night. I should go to bed soon. Need to be up by 4:50. Yee! 4:50 is so early. How long have those lights been up? Since the Halloween that I moved in here, it's probably at least, it'll be like 2 years this Halloween. Yeah. Honestly, if you go to bed early enough, like if you were to go to bed early enough, 4:50 isn't that early. But if you don't go to bed early enough, 4:50 is very early. If you fall asleep at like 8 or 9, probably not that bad. You can get like 7 to 8 hours. But if you go to bed at like midnight, that's horrific. Don't do that to yourself. But I'm sure if you're used to doing that, you probably don't go to bed at midnight. I have found though that like the earlier I try to wake up, the harder it is to like live a life sometimes. Because if I want to go to bed, like say I want to go to bed at 9 and wake up at 5 like every day, then like I got to go to the gym way before then, or way before 9, because I don't want to go to the gym at like 7 because I'm gonna be like awake so much later. And then like say I want to like hang out with friends, well I can't do that. Can't do that after they get out of work. Alright, so do this one out. The pasta should be cool enough that I can put the top on that. I can put the top on the pasta. Here's the lid. We got the lid for that. The lid for one of these. It's the big one. The pasta. I'll have to show you guys what it looks like when I turn the lights off too. Nah, I just have, well, no, the rice I might leave off because I just put that in, or maybe I'll put it on like right before I go to bed or something. So I can see pretty well when I have the Halloween lights off, but I don't think that the camera will be able to see it all that well. Well, like if I were to try to do something, you'll be able to see the lights very easily, but you won't be able to see much else, I don't think. Who knows? I don't know. Cameras our phones are getting so much better these days with their low light capabilities. All right, I'm gonna do a little bit of sweeping because this is kind of bothering me with all this stuff on the floor. I'll do a better job tomorrow, but I'm just gonna at least sweep from my bathroom to my bedroom. Because that will annoy me if I step on stuff. I don't like stepping on stuff in my own kitchen. And I should mop soon too. How long have you had? Oh, that's an old question. All my lights are off now except my phone screen. Yep. My mom used to turn the lights down gradually in the evening, and it really works. She didn't even know about circadian rhythms. Yeah, so one thing that I don't know if you guys have heard of Andrew Huberman, but I've been obsessed with his stuff recently. Like, also a fun fact about me, I rarely listen to music. I'm almost always listening to either like a podcast or an audiobook. So his podcasts are amazing. Like you can just learn how your body works so well. So things that really help with sleep, not lights like this. So you are much better off actually if you can go for a walk right around. Oh, that's like very. You guys can let me know if that's too terrible, like with the blinkiness of the lights. But yeah, if you can go for a walk, like at sunrise or like near sunrise, like when the sun is basically still low in the sky, and same thing with at sunset. If you can go for a walk when the sun is still low in the sky, basically you have these receptors in your eyes that can detect if the sun is low in the sky, and that starts your circadian rhythm. Another thing that also really helps, other than light, is temperature. So actually, the reason that you fall asleep after you take a hot shower is because the hot shower is telling your body like, oh, it's really hot, I should cool down. Because actually, as you go to sleep, your core temperature needs to drop. So that actually helps drop your body temperature. Taking a cold shower, interestingly enough, it would seem like it's the opposite way around, but it actually drops your core body temperature. And then in the morning, when you need to wake up, your core temperature actually starts rising. And actually, if you take a cold shower in the morning, it actually also raises your core body temperature. So that is also a very good way to set your circadian rhythm for the next day. Sunrise might be hard for women in most areas due to safety. So you don't have to do sunrise. You can do, as long as it's low in the sky, you could even do like an hour or two after sunrise. And here the sun has been coming up at like 7. You could even go for a walk at like 8 a.m. or something. I think it's usually a lot of people will be out by then. I feel like I need a lava lamp and incense temperature actually also raises your yeah. All right, so I'm gonna turn this off, and then I do my best also to like after this live stream, I will charge my phone in the kitchen. I don't want to have it like near me. Sometimes I'll charge it next to my bed, especially if I like try to listen to like a meditation thing as I'm falling asleep. But most of the time I just listen to my white noise machine. Anyway, yeah, I have been very interested in setting my circadian rhythm, so it just makes it very, very easy for me to wake up early without an alarm. Because I hate alarms, and I hate waking up after like 7 a.m. If I can wake up at like 5 or 6 and like feel very energized, I'm super happy and I'm like ready to attack the day. So anyway, I should probably actually be getting ready for bed very soon. because I should, if I can, it's 9:40 right now where I am. If I can fall asleep without it, it looks like it just cut out. It's a sign. But yeah, if I can fall asleep by like 10:30, that'll probably be a bit more realistic. So, all right, I will see you guys later. I hope you guys get some good sleep. And the one in Australia, I hope you have a good day. And I hope you guys got some recipe ideas. So, all right, thank you guys for being here, and I will see you guys next time.